The U.S. Army's contributions to humanitarian mine action, a critical analysis. Mines pose a serious threat to civilian populations, particularly in post-conflict areas where they may be present in large numbers. According to the United Nations, landmines have been responsible for over 10,000 deaths and injuries annually for several decades. Humanitarian Mine Action, HMA, seeks to reduce the impact of mines on communities and aid in their post-conflict recovery. The United States Army has played a significant role in HMA efforts around the world. This article will critically analyze the U.S. Army's efforts in HMA, with a focus on its successes and challenges. One of the U.S. Army's primary contributions to HMA has been through its training and support of foreign military demining units. Historically, the U.S. Army has provided technical assistance, equipment, and training to partner nations' military demining units across the globe. These partnerships have enabled local forces to take on the vital work of clearing landmines without endangering themselves or others. However, the U.S. Army's training of foreign military demining units has sometimes been criticized for being overly militaristic. Critics argue that the tactics employed by the U.S. Army are often not appropriate for HMA activities conducted by civilian organizations. Some even assert that the U.S. Army's focus on stability operations in conflict zones has led to a militarized approach to HMA, with little attention paid to the needs of affected communities. Another area where the U.S. Army has made contributions to HMA is through its funding of research and development of mine detection and clearance technologies. The U.S. Department of Defense has invested heavily in research on advanced mine detection and disposal technologies, such as the deployment of robotics and unmanned systems. This investment has enabled the development of new tools and techniques that have significantly improved the efficiency and safety of HMA operations. Despite this contribution, the use of new technology has not been without its challenges. One issue has been the reliance on advanced technology in areas with poor infrastructure and limited resources. For example, robotic systems may not be suitable for use in developing countries with poor road networks and limited access to spare parts or technical support. Furthermore, the use of advanced technology may be prohibitively expensive for many smaller demining organizations, who may be unable to afford the cutting-edge systems used by larger agencies. A further area of U.S. Army involvement in HMA is through the provision of financial support and technical expertise to non-governmental organizations, NGOs, working on the ground to make communities safer. These partnerships have enabled organizations to expand their operations, train local staff, and strengthen their capacities to carry out HMA activities. However, critics have raised concerns about the effectiveness of NGO-led HMA efforts, as many of these organizations lack resources, capacity, and technical expertise. NGOs can also become overly dependent on donor funding, leading to concerns about their sustainability in the long term. There have also been issues of coordination between the U.S. Army, NGOs, and other actors involved in HMA activities, which have led to duplicated efforts and wasted resources. The U.S. Army has also made contributions to HMA through implementing mine risk education programs for affected communities. These programs seek to raise awareness of the risks associated with landmines and provide education on methods to avoid accidents. By informing communities about risks, these programs can reduce accidents and increase community preparedness to respond to incidents. Some critics of mine risk education argue that such programs do not go far enough to eliminate the threat of landmines. While mine risk education does provide vital information to communities, it does not address the underlying problems that cause mines to be present in the first place. Organizations may need to address the root causes of conflict, such as political or economic instability, before it ever becomes possible to safely and effectively eliminate the risks associated with landmines. In conclusion, the U.S. Army has played a vital role in HMA efforts around the globe. Its contributions in training, technology, funding, and partnership initiatives have been significant in reducing the impact of landmines on communities. However, there remain concerns about the militarization of HMA, the use of technology in the field, and the effectiveness of NGO-led initiatives. There are also questions about the long-term sustainability of HMA efforts and how best to address the underlying causes of landmine presence. Ongoing dialogue and collaboration between actors in HMA will be essential for addressing these challenges and minimizing the risks associated with landmines.